Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are still in a war here in China, and this force comparison is not great. Um, I don't... I don't know about this. I'm gonna stay on defense for now. I think we're holding where we need to be holding. Well, we are winning in battle, I guess, so... Can't be that bad. Manpower's really, really low. But, you know, I'm sure that'll be fine. I'm sure that's not gonna lead to lingering problems. So, Great Qing does not have war support protection, so this is not going to be too much of a problem. And our bureaucracy is continuing to go up. We're probably going to need to do more of this, though, in fact, because it's going to cost us like... So, this is like 800, but it's actually only going to cost us 400 bureaucracy to sustain... one level of colonial affairs because of that whole thing where due to the power block that we're in, colonial affairs costs less. So again, we're at like 50 bureaucracy for each level, so we need about 5 more, and that's going to get us down to here. We're going to need these 3, so we need 5 more bureaucracy total. That should be fine. 5 more government buildings. How do I... That's right. We got filters. Filters are here. Hey, there's one now. Alright. East Bengal has a little bit of a market access issue. That's not ideal, but it is what it is. States. Give me states. Give me states. You're not in this tab. You're over here. You're over here. Yes. West Bengal, Bihar, Bombay. Bombay could use some extra. We'll do 3 here to bring us up to 15. Carnatic. We're very tight on bureaucracy there, so I'm going to leave that one alone. British Indian Malabar. Oh no, we're full up there. We don't need more there. So yeah, we'll do... Oh no, that's this tiny area. That's not East Bengal. Whew! Okay, so I did 3 more, and I'll put 2 more in East Bengal, and that'll be fine. Alright. Backroom dealings exposed, the stall event. Gosh darn it. Permanent members of the Presidency armies, unspoken supporters of colonial resettlement, and close allies of Joseph... Sorry, outspoken supporters of colonial resettlement and close allies of Joseph Connor have been exposed in a corruption scandal, having exchanged political favors for personal gifts. One aide was all it took, one boy squeezing acne from his face in the right place at the right time to overhear the howling laughter, smell the rich tobacco blend, and spot Joseph Connor's new golden cufflinks. One honest fellow's word to the right ears, and it was all uncovered. So, such is the nature of politics, Joseph Connor gets reduced popularity and minus 15% enactment chance, or throw them to the wolves and must clean this mess up. That'll cost us bureaucracy, but it'll be less enactment chance. How much bureaucracy are we outputting? So realistically, we got about 3k bureaucracy, just over that. So 5% is like 150. I got that math right? Yes. 3 more government buildings. But I'm riding real close to the line here. I'd love to be above 50%. Well, we'll do this one. And we'll queue in 3 more in East Bengal. Because that's what we need to do. So, I'm going to throw all these railways down to the bottom. I know I got isolated areas. Let's queue in to solve that. So this is British East Indian Pegu. You can get a port. And this one is British East Indian Malaya. You can get a port as well. And we'll throw those at the top of the railways. And that'll be fine. This war will be over soon, which should hopefully solve, at least to some degree, our military problem. Hey, Albanians are immigrating. What on earth sized? Oh, I see. This is Hebei, and it's not all just one really oddly shaped state. It's just Hebei is a little oddly shaped. All right. So we won our war. My units are demobilized. That should save me a pile of money, right? That should save me a pile of money, right? Save me a pile of money? It's not saving me a pile of money, friends. I'm not feeling super cheesed about this whole situation. I may need to increase taxes. Government is contested. It'll be unacceptable if we get higher, but I may just need to do that because I gotta get this money situation solved. I'm paying almost 20k in interest every week with no sign of slowing down. Despite my continued work on my bureaucracy, iron remains extremely expensive in my market, which is unfortunate. And we've got a couple of events. 2 a promotion. The East India Company demand the promotion of Major General Jacob Fleming, touting his history of loyal and effective service. So many medals adorned his jacket that one could scarcely see the fabric beneath, but it was not yet enough. Chest puffed out with pride, the general smiled as he imagined the look on Keen's face when the lieutenant general learned of his imminent ascension. The rivalry was legendary among the officers. At last, he would have his due. So our boy Fleming is a moderate. That's right, this guy. Expensive tastes, explorer, compliant. I can say he's earned it. That'll make the East India Company happy. Or they won't force our hand. This will make them unhappy. The presidency army is happy. You know, we'll go with the first one. I need to keep my interest groups happy here. It's me or them. Interesting. Robert Grant, leader of the ruling East India Company, has had enough of compromising with his coalition partners. He's demanded that either his collaborators follow his orders, the East India Company will never approve of their changes. That's what leaders are for, right? That's what leaders are for, right? I lead, you follow. Sounds rather simple to me. If they wanted to lead, they could have been leaders themselves. But I guess no one else thought they could. It's my way or the highway. I think that's an American expression, which makes that a sort of a strange thing. What a ridiculous thing to say. Reduced popularity. East India Company a little salty. Or very well, they shall be the leading force. Extra popularity. Presidency army is a little salty. You know, we'll do the first one. I can sacrifice 1 point of approval from them. An exile at the gates. The relatively lenient British Indian immigration system has long been attractive to those fleeing their home nations. Recently, Conrad Lanart has petitioned to join the stream of people moving to the British East India Company. It was one name on a very, very long list, one that had passed through multiple layers of bureaucracy before being noticed. One fateful day, however, one clerk, at the end of his shift, pointed at the name and spoke that fatal words. I could swear I've heard of him before. Eventually, Conrad Lanart too will be British Indian, or we will not have someone like this regardless of precedent. This one pisses off the East India Company. What are you like to... You're a royalist, aligned with the Bajraks. Interesting. Compliant. Inexperienced. Interesting. There are, like, negative traits now. That's neat. Wow. Okay. Interesting. You're 40 and you're still a neophyte. I know people like that. Yeah, alright, bring him in. Bring him in. I don't want to piss off my, my ruling party too much. Alright. What else we got? Shortage of explosives, can't do anything about that. Low organization, British Indian 4th Army. Ah. What on earth is going on here? Oh, we have, like, barracks trying to hire and stuff. You know what? I'm gonna disband this army. I could have sworn there were other troop types in there, but, hopefully that won't be a problem. Alright. A disreputable bookkeeper, West Bengal. A bookkeeper and government administration employed by the British Loyal Order is under investigation for bribery. The committee leading the investigation gathered to consider the facts collected. They argue over the scandal. I understand that the British Loyal Order benefits from a close relationship to lawmakers of the British East India Company, but these lobbyists cannot be authorized to pledge any amount of money to ensure successes. The British Loyal Order is responsible for the agent they hired, appeasement reduced by 5 extra legitimacy. Or perhaps it was just a clerical error. 5% of bureaucrats in West Bengal become more loyal. British East India happy. I'm going with the first one. British loyal order is doing okay, but what this will do is give us enough legitimacy that I can hike taxes. And I do need to do that. Hey, law progressed to voting. Wonderful. And I do need to do that because I desperately need to get this bureaucracy problem solved. I don't really have another option with that. I got another 3 years of working against the system. That'll give me a little bit of a buffer. But I've got to get these government buildings built, and I've got to get them built fast. Because I need to get this bureaucracy going as soon as I can. So, oh, I got a little bit more government, a little bit more construction now that I've got Punjab. Finances are doing a little better. That's probably because the private construction queue is building something. No, nope. It was merely an illusion. I'm going to grab one more of these construction sectors and swap them over to iron frame. Just getting this going faster will be better for me in the long term. I recognize it's costing me just a pile of cash, but I've got to do it. So apparently I started at high taxes, and I'm going to stay that way for now. Bhutan is improving relations. That's excellent. British dictate. The Court of Directors in London has issued directions for us to improve the quality of the university system in each of our presidency cities. For the eyes of Governor-General Eden, I have the honor to inform you, for the information of the Right Honorable Governor-General, that the Court of Directors has issued the following compendium of directives to make clear its present priorities in India. Please consult the enclosed directives for further information on this matter. Signed, George Bolkow, Board of Control. We will begin at once, adds British Dictate Higher Education to the journal. Or this is not within our present means. Appeasement of the British loyal order -5 deteriorates relations with Great Britain by 20. We'll begin at once. We're going to build universities anyway. We got 5 years. We need 3 levels of universities in Bombay, West Bengal, and Karnataka. All right. So we'll go ahead and queue those in. That's not going to be some kind of struggle for us. Bombay, West Bengal, and Karnataka. Easy peasy. So where do we want those in the queue? I think we want them... I think the railway in West Bengal we need first. All these other railways we can leave till later. That'll also help solve our qualification problem. The Maldives are their own country? That's interesting. Curious. I mean, I guess, I don't know why I thought they wouldn't be, but that's what it is. Ooh, there's gold in Tasmania. That's fun. And we've almost researched general staff. I'm not going to do upgrades right away because I cannot afford it. But it'll be something I'll work on in the medium term. Gold in Victoria. Excellent. Who's shooting at who? Hey! And there's Colonial Resettlement. So that's goofed up our finances even more. But that's alright. So this is Kafiristan and Kunduz shooting at each other. These two countries. That doesn't impact me. Jammu has become a tributary. And likely to become free because they're independent of their overlord. Well, that'll be easier for me, then I can just devour them. Just grab that chunk of Kashmir, and then maybe I'll just grab the rest of the Khalsa Raj next time I don't have a truce with the Khalsa Raj, which will be in 3 years. That'll be fine. That'll be just fine. Alright, there's General Staff. Nationalization 2. No, I don't like that. That's extra income transfer. That's going to increase my diplomatic pacts line item amount, which sucks and is terrible. That said, I'm slowly getting there with this government bureaucracy. Oh, by the way, the thing I was going to do is establish some colonies over here. Gotta get colonizing, because I've got to get these states completely under my control. That's the primary, not primary, that's the thing this is for. This Colonial Resettlement's for. I can go to per capita taxation right now, so who would prefer that? The Riots would prefer it, the Bajaloks would prefer it, the presidency armies would prefer it, the Zamindars and the trade unions would be against. Let's hit that button. This is also going to make me marginally more money, but it's going to increase my ability to... I'm going to see if I can make that happen. Ooh, lines of credit's actually good, because I think that reduces my interest payments. Not by much, but it's also not nothing. Which is really nice. Burma, stop damaging relations. Oh, wonderful. So that's good. Hopefully that'll get relations up to the point where I can actually stop them wanting to be freaking free. In fact, they are wanting to be less free by the day, so I'm pretty pleased about that. So we've got a large debate chance, small, even chance of success in advance versus stall here. So I'm hoping I can get lucky on some debate events and get myself a little bit of extra enactment chance early on, and we'll see how that goes. Bombay Army is really hurting for manpower right now. I don't know what's going on with all these battalions, but we're doing our best. So, in terms of additional objectives, Power Block Embassy. I don't know what that means. So I think Sindh is our next target. We can't conquer the place, or rather, I wouldn't conquer the place. I don't think that would be productive. Ooh, death and taxes. Joseph Connor suddenly died while drafting legislation for the per capita taxation law. A human being is dead. The body is barely cold. You speak of passing legislation. Can you not put politics... Oh, sorry. I didn't do this in my terrible British accent. A human being is dead. The body is barely cold, and you speak of passing legislation. Can you not put politics aside so that we can mourn in peace? Let us mourn the loss of a great leader, increase enactment time, increase success chance, or we should honor his dying wish, reduce enactment time, reduce enactment success chance. You know I'm going to go with the increased enactment time, increased success chance, because I love having extra enactment time. Is it smart to go after Sindh right now? I think it actually is. If we go to conquer it, that'll be... There's some other countries that might step in. What if we just make them a protectorate? Because if we go to conquer it, 15.3 infamy, that'll put us above where we want to be. But if we grab a protectorate, that's only 6.1 infamy. So likely to get Kalat. Potentially Portugal. I think I can take Portugal. I've got a lot of forces. I can't take France, but I think minus 89 is extremely unlikely to pull them in. So yeah, we'll risk having a Portugal problem. Let's do this. So Sindh has a 23 battalion army, mostly irregular and line infantry and some lancers. And then, yeah, same over here, a little bit of artillery. So I think, despite the Bombay Army's shortage of manpower, I think we can actually, they might be able to do it. Because we've got a lot of line infantry and mobile artillery here. That said, I'm not going to go quite yet because I want to save myself a little cash. And I need to be conscientious about that. In the meantime, let's take a look at who's running the presidency armies now. So now we've got Humphrey Goldsmith. Persistent traditionalist commander. Interesting. Look at that hair. Oh my goodness. Punished Humphrey Goldsmith. This army is really short on manpower. I think I'm going to send the Madras army just to be careful. I'm going to wait until we're kind of right at the middle. But I don't want to wait too long. Put myself at a disadvantage here. Alright, there we go. That should be enough. Alright, now they've mobilized their forces as well. Nobody's gotten involved. I can potentially bring in Britain. Anything you want? Nothing I want to give you. Alright. Army is at the front. Force comparison is looking rock solid. Can I afford to increase military wages? Not really. I can't afford to increase jack all in terms of wages, frankly, but that just is what it is. Alright, most people have declared neutrality. That'll be just fine. Temporary embarrassment. Ambitious middle strata citizens are opposing per capita taxation on the grounds that when they inevitably become wealthy capitalists, they will be excessively taxed. Why are you opposing the law, my friend? You're not rich. Not yet, but as soon as my next business venture takes off, I will be a wealthy man. And when that happens, I should surely, would not want to be taxed so highly. They should be more realistic. Increased enactment chance. Increased minimum expected standard of living for the middle strata. 5% of middle stratum pops become more radical. Or sway them with a tax cut, 10% enactment chance, reduced tax rate. I gotta go with the second one. This is gonna hurt a lot, but it is what it is. I've got to get this passed. This is gonna be vital for my long-term growth, and getting extra enactment chance here is going to be very, very good. So this will put Sindh under my control. Golden Victoria, wonderful. So we're at 44% of eligible states. Getting Kashmir, is Chitral on that list? No. So when I go after Jammu, if I grab Jammu, the rest of the Kalsaraj and Chitral, and then Kabuli Pashtunistan, I might be able to stop there. We'll see. This is going to go pretty quickly. Wow, okay, I've got them fully occupied? No, I don't have them fully occupied. Yet they're losing more support as though they have been fully occupied. That's curious. Cultural acceptance of deaths. That's a new line item. I don't know about that line item. That's quite interesting. Hey, there's intensive agriculture. Wonderful. So hopefully this war will be done pretty soon, which I think it will be, because I've got 78% of the country occupied. And then I can relax a bit. Alright, that's doing much better. Law progressed to amendment. Wonderful. It's good. We're not out of the woods yet, but we're getting there. How much am I spending on construction? Not that much. Oh boy. Oh, this is rough. Alright, how much longer do I have? 19 months on the working against the system thing, so maybe... Oh, harvest condition. Moderate rainfall. Okay, that should be fine. That shouldn't be a problem. I'm not getting a starvation indicator yet. With that having been said, I think I might have to reduce the size of my standing army. To be completely honest, I'm going to reduce the size of the Bombay army, because the Bombay army is low on manpower as it is. So I'm just going to cut a few battalions here. This is going to save me a lot of cash. And should hopefully improve the manpower balance. I'm going to do the same for the Bengal army by just a bit. And we'll do the same for the Madras army. I don't necessarily need all this power projection, and I am spending quite a bit of cash on these large standing armies that I don't need to have huge, enormous standing armies unless I want to try to fight China, which I will want to do eventually, probably, but I don't need to do right now. Come on, give me... Alright, well, we're down to 19%. We're still higher success chance than we are stall chance, particularly if we add advanced chance to that, so I'm feeling pretty alright. This is coming up pretty fast. But we're close to getting those built. Where are we with infrastructure in West Bengal? No, we do need to build this railway first. So we are going to have to just kind of do our best. We are going to make this. It's just going to be obnoxious. It is going to improve our relations with Great Britain and increase appeasement of the British loyal order, which will also be nice. In other news, we've got Burma up to neutral, and they are going down in Liberty Desire. Excellent. Alright, so there's percussion cap. That's going to solve quite a few problems. Now, where is fertilizer in our market? It's still pretty expensive, so we can't do too much increasing our... Actually, we can, because I don't actually have that many farms already. We can definitely do increased wool gathering from our livestock ranches. That's for sure a good plan. We'll go to slaughterhouses for those as well. Yeah, and we'll do... Really? Well, maybe everywhere except British Indian Pegu, then. Or not that one. This one. They'll be reduced in profit. Oh, they just think they'll be reduced in profit. They're not actually going to be. Okay. And then wheat farms, we just got those in Punjab and Bahawalpur. That's one of our subject states. We don't want to change that up. Now, what if we do fig orchards? Is that going to make these more profitable? It is. Excellent. Now, what about British Indian Pegu now? No, they don't like that. Alright, back to simple farming then. Okay, so that's intensive agriculture. Alright, let's get that unpaused. Relations with Persia are good. We stopped improving relations with Russia because we got them up to 50. That's good. Prussia is allied with Austria. That's interesting. Continental politics being what they are. Oh, I need to be doing something with my research. All right. What do I think I need to do water tube boiler. I think that's the most sensible way to do this. As a customs union, we absolutely need... Well, but central archives would be really, really useful for our admin problem. But I've mostly got my admin problem solved at this point. So... yeah, I think we're going to grab water tube boiler and then nitro. We're pretty good on military overall. Fieldworks might be nice to grab. Anything I really want in society? I don't need nationalism because I don't need any extra authority. I've got tons of authority. Central banking we're already about to get. Which will give us extra minting and reduced loan interest rates, and that's really nice. Particularly for us, because we've got a real loan interest rate situation is what we've got. So let's get that going here. Colonization is proceeding apace with these areas. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Sindh I need to start improving relations with. Forgot to do that. Suspected proselytism. The presence of Protestant clergymen in British Indian Malabar has caused some locals to suspect that the British East India Company is planning on attempting to convert people to Christianity. That the company seeks to impose their own ideas of civilization on us is well known. Who is to say the next step is not mass conversions? They pretend to respect our faith to keep the peace, but have they not all along painted it as merely another cultural element inferior to their own? Surely they are just biding their time for the eventual project of forcing us all to adopt their beliefs. It couldn't be further from the truth. Protestant pops become more radical, reduce conversion, Hindu priesthood happy. Or if they are here to promote the faith, they may do so. 2% of Sunni pops become more radical. 5% of Protestant pops become more loyal. Reduce stability in the presidencies. I'm going to go with the first one. I don't wish to reduce stability in the presidencies, and I don't really know how else to have that happen. Alright, so the government buildings are actually nearly done, and we're nearly positive on bureaucracy, which is really, really nice. Alright, social banditry, a stall event. The people of Carnatic tell the story of a highwayman who robs from the rich and gives to the poor. The legend is spreading quickly throughout the British East India Company, damaging support for the Per-Capita Taxation law. He's so dashing. Even as he stole the pearls from around my neck, I couldn't help but feel flustered. He left a single red rose upon my lap as he vanished into the night, with a flourish of his cape. Hunt down the bandit. 33% chance of extra enactment chance. 66% chance of reduced enactment chance, and 25% of lower sternum pops in Carnatic become more radical. Or attempt to relieve poverty in Carnatic. 100% chance of reduced enactment chance. Extra tax waste, but increased standard of living for the lower stratum. I'm going to go with the second one. Unfortunately, it just is what it is. We've been we're doing okay right now. Mandate increased. Allow enacting decrees. Oh, interesting. So that'll allow me to enact decrees on my subjects as well, which will be nice. Because some of these places are low on infrastructure. But where can I get that in this screen? Gonna have to do it here. Let me see. Development buildings. Oh, you have the Taj Mahal. That's nice. Government. Not government. No, need to all be on filing cabinets. Oh, that's right. We unlocked a training method. Where is it? Railway. Okay, so it's Bhopal, Dharampur, Idar, and Palanpur. Bhopal, Dharampur. They've already got it. They've already got it. And then universities. Udaipur, Kota, Alwar, and Bikaner. Udaipur, Alwar. Was Jaipur in Bikaner? No, it was Kota. Jaipur was good though, right? Yes, they're short on taxation capacity, not on infrastructure. Alright. Alright, slowly we're fixing our general situation. Alright. With that having been said, that is actually all the time we've got for this episode. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I'll see you on the other side.